What's good, everybody? Welcome back to T4Ltrades. It's Nicholas.
And Christopher. What's up, guys? What's up, guys?
We're back at you guys with another day trading to profitability video. Today is Wednesday, 12/13/2023. We look forward to the video we're gonna have with you guys now. So today, Wednesday. Today was a very, 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 very good learning day. Real quick, let's get into the strategy part of the video. So you guys know my strategy is VWAP, Keltner channels, Bollinger Bands, MACD, RSI with the midline, and volume. That's what I use to be able to identify. I also use the expected move to be able to identify levels of where the chart should be in between or above or find support at, because sometimes those levels are breached or seen as resistance. But that's my strategy. And now let's get straight into it. Right after that, now let's get into the analysis side of this video. So as you can see here,
hey yo,
quick, everybody heard that. Real quick, let me pull it up. Give me 2 seconds.
make sure you have a pen or paper. Take some notes. Very, very important. Every single video, need to learn something.
Real quick.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. So, right here, coming into the first 45 minutes of the open from 10:04 to 10:50, we had a 2 ATR move. Well, it's realistic. This is a like a 4 ATR move because it's sticking to the Bollinger Bands. But let's stick to this move. 10:04. Why do I keep getting Adobe clouds? Things are so annoying. From 10:04 to 10:20. So in the next basically 15 minutes, we had a 2 ATR move to the upside. Mind you, the first 45 minutes of the day end at 10:15. That's the first 45 minutes of the day. If we go back here, we still had it. 10:15 would be around here. And this was a 2 ATR move. So that right there was our signal that it was going to be a trend day. Here's where the day gets spicy, though. I'm going to run you guys down through the notes. This is where the day gets spicy. Real quick. By the way, today was a Fed speaking day. Jerome Powell spoke today, and that's where the day gets crazy. We'll talk about that now. We had a 2 ATR move to the upside that identified our trend, and now we're looking for an entry. So we had multiple entries. We had an entry at 10:08, which was our really good entry, which is right here. 10:08.
Next. Oh, 10:08. Whoops.
465.02. We had another entry here at 465.02. We were looking for support. We were looking for support at 11:12.
11:12, looking for support.
Then I had another re-entry at 11:40, which is here. At 11:40, boom, had another entry. So both of these entries were at the bottom of the Keltner channels. I was looking at the MACD and how momentum was breaking down, and so was the strength. So that means that there was going to be a retracement. I was just expecting the retracement to get picked up. It didn't get picked up. So basically I was buying into weakness, which you never want to do. And as you can see, it continued further down. I ended up selling, took a small loss, a very small loss. Wasn't at my stop loss target, but I did take a small loss because I decided to, decision wise. And as you can see, I re-entered at 12:46 right here, right around here. I entered a short position, and then I entered another one And then I entered another one around the same area here. I entered another short position. My assumption was, and this is never a good thing to do, never look for something, never try to see something that you haven't seen before, which is what I was trying to do. I was thinking that it was a day that was identified as bullish, turning bearish, and it was going to continue bearish because it was VWAP.
Never.
That was my assumption. But here's where I completely, as I was going over this quickly, I completely changed my view. As you can see here, there was a good 940, a good 10 minutes of consolidation here before this move higher. If I would have been able to notice this, that when it got here, it got bought up, so this was a short-term support. Same thing happened here. It didn't get bought up, but it consolidated in very big price action and very big candles, basically meaning that it's a consolidation zone. People are buying. Same thing happened again. It came down around 10 points lower, 0.10 lower, 0.15 lower, and look how long it consolidated for. It consolidated for over 30 minutes. It consolidated. It just stayed here for 30 minutes. Mind you, there's only 6 hours in the trading day. I should count those, but I believe it's like 5.5, 6 hours. Don't quote me because I might be wrong. So 30 minutes of consolidation is extreme consolidation. Funny enough, going back to the chart, the reason that I entered here was because of this consolidation. I never took my profits because I never got to $1. I never got to $1. I never got to my take profit. So that's why I didn't take any profits. I never got there. I never got to my $1 would have been here. Would have been $1.
So would you get like right under or like 50?
No, I never exited.
Oh, I never exited.
I ended up exiting around here and taking a small loss because I no longer saw that it was going in my direction. Funny enough though, let's go back to what I was saying. The reason I entered here was because of this. I saw this long wick. When you see long wicks like this usually means that it's an area of support. And then on top of that, you couple that this idea of a long wick with the fact that it had been consolidating for a long time, and that's kind of like a signal to an entry that it's a support area. We look at volume. Volume picks up around this time frame too as it's consolidating. Look at the volume. It's picking up this whole time.
The first
going
hour.
back. I sold here. I ended up getting short here. So my idea was I was seeing something that I didn't see before, which was wrong. We were completely wrong, and shortly you're gonna see why we were wrong. Going back to the analysis, we had a losing day. Monday was a winning day.
Tuesday
was a neutral day, and then Wednesday we still won because we closed the position at profit, but we were down $400, up $600 for the week. All of this is on a fake account, by the way. Going back to the fact that this was consolidating for over 30 minutes, which is a very long time in terms of day trading the stock market. Look at the volume. Look what happened to the volume. Here as well, this consolidation here, this consolidation right here, look at that. Volume spikes. Above average volume every single time that it was consolidation. Then as it falls down, it falls on low volume, it goes down. And as it stays here, volume's picking up, above average. So all of that volume plus consolidation was your signal that we're finding a bottom here and there could be a potential to go higher. However, I wasn't looking at it that way because I was short. I was selling, so I wanted it to go down. I had a bias for it going down. And I wasn't looking at this the same way I was looking at it here, which is the same way I should have been looking at it. And then I would have switched my position and I would have made money. Point being, very big lesson, don't overtrade like I did. And don't try seeing something that you haven't seen before. And as we go on and continue to the rest of the day, the market shot up like a rocket. The market
Jesus
shot up like a
Christ.
rocket. The chart changes from 1 minute to the next, from one candle to look.
Yeah.
From this,
ridiculous.
the chart goes from here, and then
What?
it changes from one candle to the next. The chart changes.
Bro, look at how small that thing is compared to
Yeah.
this long
So
candlestick.
this is where we lost $400 because we didn't have a automatic stop loss. Because as I told you,
Bro.
I'm not putting automatic
Takes and losses,
take
right?
profits and stop losses yet. And as you can see, we had a rip your face off rally after. I could only assume that this was after Jerome Powell spoke, and then the market went up. He must have said something towards the end of his speech that the market liked, and that's why it started consolidating like it was here before it shot up like a rocket. This would have been a $1,200 day instead of a $400 day loss if I would have just stuck to my original idea that the day was going to be bullish. If I would have set up automatic take profits and stop losses, and I would have just never looked back, I would have made money with my original idea. And that's something that I have to always remember. That my original idea and thesis is what's the most important. It's the most important. On top of that, stop trying to look for what you cannot see. So that's the analysis section. Now let's get straight into the what can we learn. So going back to what I have been repeating, what can I learn from or do differently? Going back to what I've been repeating the entire video, do not try to see things that you haven't seen before, and stick to your original thesis, and don't try to go from bullish to bearish throughout the day like I was trying to do. Stick to the original script and the original idea. If you're wrong, you take a loss, and if you're right, you'll win. Have those targets of where you're right and where you're wrong, and you'll be good. Those are two things that we can learn from. Another thing that we can learn from: avoid days where there's news like the Fed day, where Jerome Powell is speaking, because those days are going to tend to be less predictable. It's going to be harder to predict what happens those days. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it's just going to be harder. Now, will I avoid these days when I'm trading with real money? Yes, but because of the fact that I'm trading with fake money, I'm taking all my chances and I'm taking ideas because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Point being is that I was right at the beginning, wrong towards the middle, and then wrong towards the middle, and then right again towards the end of the day. Did I profit off of my assumptions? No, I actually took a loss because I kept trying to go from bullish to bearish, and I kept trying to trade it like that, and that unfortunately didn't work for me. But here's the beautiful thing. This is a day that I have never seen like this before.
Another one.
And another one, yes. Another day that I had never seen before like this, where the market moves basically 3 standard deviations. Mind you, right now the market's currently above the plus or minus expected move that we had at the beginning of the week. It's above that. So there's a lot of things that happen this week that, statistically speaking, necessarily wouldn't happen every week. So it's good to know that, because we could eventually have 6 weeks from now another week similar to that on a Wednesday or on a Thursday or whatever day, and I'm able to identify that, and that's where I could place a really big bet with the fake account and turn a $5,000-$10,000 bet into $50,000 on the fake account. But it's simulating real money, so that means that I could have done that with real money as well. That's what's crazy. Another day that's different, completely different than any other day I've traded. And the biggest lessons is to look out for this consolidation, to look out for this type of consolidation with increasing volume. Mind you, if you look at it, it technically just went back to where it was at the beginning of the day. So the beginning of the day, the lowest point was literally there. This same area that I identified as support at the beginning of the day, I failed to identify that it was support towards the middle of the day. I failed to identify that. On top of that, when I was getting in here and here, down here, I wasn't yet at a dollar negative. So I technically shouldn't have gotten out. 460, well, let's say 465. So 464.00 would have been my technical exit. So here's another lesson of let your system play out. Let your system play out. Let your idea play out, and don't try to switch it up because you're trying to win and because you're trying to be right. Just stick to what you know. Stick to what you've seen before. So that's gonna end the section of what we've learned. And real quick before we end this section and we get into the ending of this video, any questions, Mr. Chris? Any comments that you have so far for this section? Because it was a crazy trading day.
No direct questions. Have some questions later about Fed Day and Mr. Jerome Powell, but we'll get into that later. But big lesson, which Nick continued to say, was never do something you haven't seen or done before. Something you've never seen before. Stick to what you know. Stick to your OG thesis. I wrote down OG thesis. Very, very important.
Ding, 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 ding. You heard that? At the end of the day. The end of the day is when we're making this video. And we're ending off on the highs, by the way.
Yes.
Go on, Mr. Chris.
The big spike from 1 to 2 or like around 2 p.m. Don't overtrade. Long wicks. Look for that support area. Yep. That's pretty much it.
That's very good, Mr. Chris. And just to go over, this is what the market ended up doing. This line right here, this red line, is the expected move. That's what the expected move of the week was going to be. It was plus or minus 7, and it was 467 and 453 on the low end. Funny enough, the expected move is where it found support at. It found support at 467. And this is why I wish I could have been looking at the market around this time, 2:30. I would have put in a bet because this was the expected move. So what I would have expected that area to be support.
Bro, that's the first time I see that go like way above your lines though.
Like, oh, this?
Yeah, like
yeah.
That's crazy.
Usually it stays in a range throughout the day.
That's crazy.
And the chart looks the same for the whole day. You can't do that with today because of how
Yeah.
big of a move there was. The chart looks different from the beginning of the day to the second half of the day. The chart looks completely different. And look how much volume.
Like a whole new chart.
Look how much volume. Look how much the average volume rose. That you can't even see the volume from the beginning of the day. You can't even see the volume from the beginning of the day. That's how much volume spiked. So yeah.
Jeez.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's another beautiful learning lesson in trading. And I hope that we keep getting more days like this that are unexpected. And I can be able to teach you guys the same way I'm learning firsthand in person. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out the description for the Discord link and be sure to join us. We'll be in the Discord and you can be able to catch us in there one day. Talk to us. Tell us your setup.
Who knows anything?
Yeah, tell us your setup. We can be able to trade ideas of our best winning setups, whatever the case may be. Just make sure you click it down in the description below because we also have information there for you guys to be able to learn.
Follow all the socials, all the same thing. T4Ltrades everywhere. You already know.
See you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Deuces.